And we're live! How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the latest episode of the Crafty Boys. This is episode number 56.
56?
And it is 56! And
that's a lot.
Today's beer was chosen by Dave, the man from the Cowichan Valley area of hell. And, Dave, let's get us started. Let's get this mother trucker rolling. What are we drinking tonight?
All right, baby. We are drinking this, which is Bourbon Blood Orange Wheat Ale.
By who?
Bridge Brewing.
Who is Bridge Brewing and where are they located?
Well, apparently they are located North Shore, Vancouver. And let's see if it's got any more
1448
details.
Charlotte Road in North Vancouver, BC.
To be specific.
This I just wanted to point this out, boys. Look at the UPC.
Yeah, it's in the shape of a bridge.
Oh, that's creative.
Nice. Oh yeah, I like that.
That's
Check that
cool,
out.
huh?
That's kind of cool.
It's in the shape of a bridge because it's Bridge Brewing. Get it?
I thought that's pretty damn cool. And you know what? This thing uses a crazy amount of different malts.
Yeah, I see that. So it says on the bottom of the bottle that it's, or pardon me, the bottom of the label, that is brewed with
5 malts.
Hmm?
5 different malts.
Mm.
Which basically means yummy, yummy, and yummy. Just
Well, let's
that.
find out, shall we?
All right, I'm opening it up with my wonderful steam whistle brew mastery.
Okay,
bottle
while you guys
opening.
are doing the pour, I'm just going to read the label here. It says, "This American wheat ale is a crisp and refreshing beer brewed with the addition of bourbon and blood oranges. Zesty and floral with a clean citrus flavor, this beer is ideal for any day. Enjoy the deep south way up north." Sounds promising.
Now, I have a funny story about going to buy this. The lady at checkout looks at the bottle and looks at me and looks at the bottle. She says, "Bourbon, blood, orange?" Evidently, she thought that it was flavored with bourbon, with blood, and with oranges.
Wow.
Realized it's called blood orange.
All right. So
Anyway, I thought that was pretty funny.
That's kind of awesome.
immediately on opening my bottle, I got this huge whiff of orange. I mean, it was quite powerful. Usually that doesn't happen when you open up a bottle. That you don't get that sort
have
of
to say,
aroma until you pour.
So far, it's a pretty agreeable drink, but it does leave me kind of wondering if I wouldn't prefer a screwdriver.
Okay, well,
All right, just a second. So one thing I like about it is that it appears
to be
unfiltered.
Yeah.
You can't see through it. It's very cloudy.
Yeah.
And for some reason in with this particular beer, I appreciate that. Yeah, that's got quite an orangey flavor to it. Although it's kind of funny that the smell of the oranges is a little bit more powerful than the flavor. So based on the smell, I'm expecting more of an orangey flavor than I'm getting. But it's very orangey for an orange infused beer. Now I'd like to know where the bourbon plays into this because I'm tasting a lot of orange and I'm not really tasting any bourbon.
Yeah.
When
they say bourbon, they don't say bourbon casks, I don't think.
No, so
Yeah.
that's
Oh, it
what
says-
I would assume. I would assume that it was conditioned in a bourbon cask, but
Yeah, which would give it oak as well as bourbon, and probably be a more exciting drink than this is.
Yeah.
If I'm to be honest about that. That said, I mean, if you forget about your expectations of bourbon or blood or oranges, and kind of go for just a good wheat beer, yeah, it's a very tasty summery wheat beer.
I agree. It's refreshing.
Ooh.
I'm enjoying this. I like this a lot.
Dave, this is a good pick of a beer, sir. I don't know what you did. I don't know how you managed it, but you found a beer all four of us could get our hands on.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
And that is the big challenge.
well done, sir.
It's on the wrist, baby. It's on the wrist.
So what do you think, Dave? We haven't heard your opinion of this. You picked it. What do you think?
Yeah.
I'm not joking. What do you think?
Well, unfortunately, I can't say this is one of my favorites.
Oh.
There's what is it? It's a little too much of something. It's almost. You're saying it's got an orange flavor, and for me, it's a little more orange peel than actual orange.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Are you getting that?
I'm getting that.
And I could see if you're a fan of marmalades, you would love this. Totally. However, I'm not a fan of marmalades. So there you go. But having said that, I don't mind it. It's not a typical beer, and it is nice and light. And that's, you know what? That's why I got it. Because I thought, okay, we seem to kind of get more of the heavier stuff, which I'm not complaining about at all. But I thought, it'd be nice to get something a little lighter.
Yeah.
Because I think Shane tends to get a bit lighter stuff
Summer
too.
bod. Go with the weather.
Might be. Yeah. So
No.
I wouldn't give this, five
Thumbs up.
Chinese masks, but
Now, interestingly, as I've had a few sips, I'm tasting the orange less and less. I don't know if you guys find that. And I
a
also,
little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
I'm also noticing, now that I've poured the rest of it into my glass.
Hey, get back here.
All right, fine.
Sorry, the peanut gallery walked by, grabbed a bottle of beer, and walked away with it.
No more studio audience. Studio audience isn't allowed.
Chicken wings.
Now you can have some.
I brought you chicken wings.
You didn't
one thing
bring
I
me
am-
no chicken wings,
Birds.
woman.
You brought me one chicken wing. These aren't chicken wings. Two? There's another one in here? What kind of a... Put it on a plate at least.
So one thing I want to point out with this this beer is you can see all the sediment floating around in there. Do you guys see that?
It looks like
So-
a disease.
It doesn't look like disease. It's that's typical with an unfiltered beer, and I would
No,
expect
actually-
that. So what you might want to do is when you're pouring, you might want to leave, like quarter to a half an inch of the bottom left in the bottle, if you don't want that sediment in your glass. Otherwise, if you don't mind the sediment, go ahead. It's good stuff.
I gotta say that I am impressed. I mean, this is something that I'm surprised by, because I think we've ever only had one experience with a blood orange flavored beer at one point. It wasn't that great. This one, however, is not terrible. So, what are the international beer units of this beer there, Dave? Because I don't have a bottle now, so it's
20.
gone.
It is
It's
a 20.
20.
It's
20.
20. The international beer
It
units
is
are 20?
20.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Which feels right.
what actually? Sorry, what did we? I probably asked you this already. But what exactly was the catalyst for getting this one?
Lightness of being.
Lightness of being.
Or
Okay.
the unbearable lightness of beering, if you will.
Wah wah.
Hey! Points for effort.
I'm.
These points for effort.
Like terrible, but this is not a bad drink.
I really like it. I think it's a
No,
good pick,
not.
and I mean, I know we say we review beers on this program, but it's really more we celebrate beer, you know.
Actually, that's
So
definitely a good way to put it.
yeah, so I mean, there isn't very many beers that we don't like, if I'm honest, but
Yeah, it's true.
you know, it's good.
Well,
I
quite
like it.
honestly, I mean, the people that don't like our podcast or don't listen or don't watch or whatever, they're just wrong.
They are.
So okay, I give this beer a thumbs up, and I think that anybody wanting to have especially going into the summer now, pretty close. It is something that I don't think we can not recommend because
But I tell you what, let's have a round of applause for Bridge Brewing for their bourbon blood orange wheat ale. All right.
Well, that's our show, everyone, because we're boring. So, what have you guys been doing this week? Because we recorded late last week. We recorded on Thursday, and we really kind of dug into a few little topics here and there. But let's leave all those back there. Let us now mourn the passing, not the passing, but the retirement of Brian Johnson of AC/DC.
Did he officially retire?
Apparently, just since he doesn't want to go deaf or whatever. Although I think by now it'd be a little too late. But that's just me. So
I
what?
had the impression that was enforced.
Well, I think it was enforced, and we talked about it a few weeks ago. But essentially, I think that there's going to be some weirdness going on with that band if they don't just decide to retire.
I don't know what to make of that Coachella stuff. But my God, no, not fucking Axel, please.
Yeah.
That fucking guy, no.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Wait, do you believe the bullshit with the fucking broken leg? Do you think that was real? I don't buy it for a second. The fucking drama queens fucking pretending he's got a broken leg so he can sit there in his chair acting like a jerk. I mean, admittedly, he's really good at acting like a jerk. Like impressively so. But
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so
Dave?
Locke, we touched on this last week, and you weren't here for the podcast, but I'm interested to know who would you like to see personally, I think AC/DC without Brian Johnson, I think they need to hang it up. But if they were to continue, who would you like to see as a replacement?
Well, let me see. If we were talking about somebody that sounded kind of, good singing, the classic songs, it'd be the guy from Crocus, because they were basically an AC/DC ripoff band anyway.
Yeah.
I can't get behind somebody in some fucking big established band taking the reins. They should go with somebody that's maybe not a total unknown, but somebody that's not obviously already part of some other sort of library of music. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I can see that.
like again, I mean, if you think of fucking what's his face from Def Leppard, I mean, he'd sound good, but I mean, what are they going to play Def Leppard songs on the tour as well? Like, no.
So would you want somebody that had a similar sound to Brian Johnson and before it Bon Scott, or would you want somebody with like an original vocal sound, like change it up?
I guess what I'm saying is I think maybe change it up. You know, like make it sound, different, but...
Like traditionally, AC/DC's had sort of like that high-pitched sort of squealy kind of sound. You know, what if they went for more of like a Barry White kind of sound?
No, I don't think anybody would buy that. Yeah,
Back in black.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right.
Personally, actually, I was thinking that Dave Gilmour would fit right in.
What? No.
Crack you smoking?
Are you kidding?
And there it is.
I'm just waiting for this fight to erupt in hardcore here, so I'll just hang back.
Ooh, Sinead O'Connor. Huh?
Maybe. What about Robert Plant?
Oh.
Same problem I have with anybody who's got like a big career. No,
Does he really have a big career anymore? I mean, I know he still tours.
Yeah, there's this band called Led Zeppelin. You may not have heard of them.
They haven't been. They kind of haven't toured in a while. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Actually,
still alive.
So he's actually been doing some pretty acclaimed stuff, actually.
Yeah, I know he has.
Well, I seem to recall there was a lead singer to a band called Parachute Failure that was looking for a gig. Live long, Parachute Failure.
Too bad we can't find our one track that we recorded.
Yeah, it's probably
actually no. There's one guy who's got a substantial back catalog of material who I would actually put up with being the new lead singer of AC/DC.
Yeah.
Ian Gillan from Deep Purple. He's already sung for Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
That's not a terrible idea.
Actually, that would be half decent. Actually. Yeah, I'd be all over that. Now, how old is he?
Gillian? Oh shit, I don't know. 50s?
What?
He's got to be older than that, dude.
What was he, 12 when he was in Deep Purple?
Oh, maybe he's in his 60s. I don't know.
The point is, he isn't any older than the rest of the guys in AC/DC.
Yeah, he's about that age, right?
Okay. I was thinking he might be a bit older.
Would you think Axl Rose is a little too young then?
I think he's the wrong personality. It has nothing to do with the voice. It has to do with him.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but when I go to fucking see AC/DC, I'm there to fucking see AC/DC. I'm not there to see some guy fucking, throw a temper tantrum on stage and walk up and going, I quit. You know?
You know the problem with Axl Rose is, and I mean being part of AC/DC, is that AC/DC is like a collective, okay? And Axl Rose is himself. So you're not going to, if you see a concert with AC/DC fronted by Axl Rose, you're not seeing AC/DC. You're seeing AC/DC and Axl Rose.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm kind of with you, Alan. That I think it might be time for them to sort of hang up.
Oh, I think it's time to hang it up. I saw one of their.
They've already sold any tickets to do that.
Well, maybe, but you know what? I saw a press shot of the band from their most recent tour. And it showed Angus Young with his typical sort of like bad boy look, at the camera with like all the wrinkles and everything. It made me laugh. This is what it did. I thought it looked pretty pathetic, actually. I mean, at some point you have to lose the sort of bad boy, image. I mean,
that
he's
I
still
don't agree with.
he's still in
the schoolboy.
He's still in the schoolboy uniform, and the guy's in his like late 60s, early 70s. I mean, no, I'm sorry, I can't take that serious. At some point, Kiss had to take off their makeup.
That is true.
And then they put it back on, and I'm glad they put it back on.
Young looked fine, when he was just fucking wearing shorts, and a fucking shirt like he did in the video for Guns for Hire, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't looking excessively schoolboyish there. I don't think he was wearing fucking shorts. Okay, people do that. He's playing rock and roll. Nobody's gonna confuse him with Anthrax.
All right.
Sports metal, right?
Yeah. All right.
Very cool. All right then. So I have a question for you all. During sex, what do you like to think about?
What?
I think mostly I'm thinking about sex.
Yes.
Best answer. I actually had no question. The first thing in my mind that popped up.
You know what? This is what I say over and over and over in my head is, don't blow it, don't blow it, don't blow it, don't blow it.
Frankie goes to Hollywood.
Wow.
Oh my god, that's awesome. I totally lost my train of thought there. I don't know how to recover from that. I know what it was. Summer, going into the summer. Last year, we were talking a lot about like a lot of wheat beers, about what you would actually like on a patio when you have the sun beaming down on you.
Sure.
Are there any new beers that you guys have noticed hanging around? I mean, I've noticed a couple.
Well, I think we're a bit early yet. They're going to start coming out.
What, wheat beers?
Well, not necessarily just wheat beers, but like,
Summery.
later beers that go better with sunshine and half-naked people.
I haven't noticed any yet. But I think we might be a little bit too early. Like, I'm still seeing all the winter packs.
Oh, there's still I haven't seen any for a little while.
In fact, when I went to the store tonight to get this, that was the first thing I noticed, was like all the piles of winter mix packs.
Yeah.
That they had. So I'm sure they're going to be coming out really soon, probably next month. It's a bit early yet, but I would expect that the old standbys will be out there. You'll see like the Ginger Ninja, maybe that cucumber beer from Steamworks that we had last year.
Of course, yeah.
Maybe we'll see something new and creative and inventive, but at this point, I don't think it's reared its head yet. Have you guys seen anything?
Yeah.
No.
Nothing?
I've seen some
yeah, a while ago. Can't remember who made it called Freshly Squeezed, and it was like very like citrusy, citra hop kind of beer.
That's from Deschutes.
Well, wait a minute. Yeah, citrusy citra hop kind of beers. Citradelic from Big Rock. That's a drink that I kind of have a fondness for.
Well, we'll have to do
Kinda
that
summery.
one. We'll have to do that one then.
I agree.
Possibly.
I don't mind actually, because I mean, part of the reason I was asking the question is that I've been thinking about beers that we've covered since we've hit episode 56. Last week I was kind of wondering about, are we going to actually pick a beer that we've done before and not realize it? Because I thought
don't
it would be
think so.
interesting to kind of just dig into the history
I think
of
we've already done
some of
that.
the beers we've covered. Not on purpose. I think accidentally, possibly.
Actually, I have a really good memory. We have not done any beers twice. Any.
Cool. Well, I
Which is
didn't think
awesome.
so either, but I'm just trying to make sure that we're aware of that sort of thing. So that's all. I think totally
Okay, that's a good call.
But I thought that I've been doing a lot of research into how to do a lot more streaming stuff and that kind of stuff, and in various different ways and things you can add to it. And I was thinking about sort of some new sort of features that we could bring, which might be talking about reviewing beers, a year later kind of thing. Like, we liked this one last year, or we hated this one last year. Let's try it again, see if it's changed. That kind of thing. Because I thought that would be kind of fun to kind of just review some of the, just go back into the archive and go, yeah, this one's actually way better than we thought. That kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe. And we also have to bring back Dr. Love.
Oh, I agree. We can't not. I mean, why not?
It was supposed to be a regular occurrence, and we only did it once.
It was supposed to be a regular occurrence.
I
have
don't
no
know.
idea.
I think so. Maybe not. I don't know.
Well, I'll have to just say the word. I'm sure that if I find,
We'll look into that.
we'll have to. I'll have to dig out my glass.
Oh, by the way, so has anybody seen the recent excavation of a ancient Greek site in Syria,
No.
where they have a skeleton who is reclining next to a bottle of, maybe it's wine, maybe it's beer. Actually, if you look at it, I would suggest that it's beer on the basis that it looks like it's a wheat sheaf underneath it. But it's a skeleton there, and what he's saying is, be cheerful, enjoy life.
That's kind of awesome. That's kind of awesome.
Yeah. So I point that out.
I often wonder.
So, be cheerful, enjoy life.
I often wonder in beers from like medieval times and even in the, like as late as the late 19th century. How did they carbonate them? I mean, typically for carbonation you need to seal them in an airtight.
Very often you didn't carbonate them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
all kinds of funky things sometimes go on with wild yeasts. So
Well, yeah.
might have been effervescent on account of that, but yeah, I think we've grown to expect carbonation where it used to be, I think, less of something that you had all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So I just wanted I saw an article and I want to bring it up with you guys because I mean we're into like Canadian man stuff. And this one kind of like it really sort of gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Okay.
Not because
Is this the one with the stolen monkey?
huh?
Is this the one with the stolen monkey? The guy who took the prostitute with the stolen monkey?
No. So
Okay. No.
a guy,
What are you
a
talking about?
construction worker in Sydney, Australia, goes into the porta-john on the job site and sits down on the can, and I guess a spider was down in the, the crevice or receptacle or whatever, and crawled onto him, bit his penis, and took him to the I guess it was a poisonous spider.
What did he die?
And no. Actually, yes, he did die. Died. He did die. 22 years old, died from complications of a redback spider bite. So I mean that, the whole lethal weapon.
I have to
That's
cross my
Australia
legs
point.
now.
Australia, everything wants to eat you.
Yeah, I'm an arachnophobe. I don't mind saying that. I have no problem with it. When I see a spider, even a little one, I shriek like a little girl, and I get my wife to kill it for me.
Question.
I don't have a problem with
Actually,
it.
never mind.
I don't think that calls into question my manhood at all. But the idea
I knew a
of
certain
one being in
spider.
the toilet. What? What?
Evidently, there's a spider out there that's all about fucking taking down your manhood.
Oh yeah, totally.
One kill.
Totally. It sits in the toilet waiting for you to come and bite your twig and two berries. And this.
Be careful.
I'll never
of
look at
those,
it.
dangerous island spiders, dude.
Now this is interesting because it was on a porta-john, right? Which is out in the elements, and you never know what's down there,
And
right?
you never know. Sometimes they ship porta-johns from Australia to North America just for
Well,
fucking
we
fun, right?
have these poisonous spiders here too.
Yeah, well, I don't know if they're quite the same as Australian poisonous spiders.
Crying
I mean,
out loud.
you never know. There could be a cobra down there, or maybe a.
Sure, because there's a lot of people tossing away used cobras in the fucking sewer.
Well, you never know, right? could be an
I don't need this
accident.
cobra anymore. I'm throwing it into the can. That's kind of awesome.
So you guys aren't bothered by this at all?
By spiders?
No. There are things that will keep me up.
Granted, if I were to go and sit down in a porta-john and I was in Australia, I might actually sit there and go, I think I'm gonna pick up lift the thing and take a look first before I, do anything. I think that, well, put it this way. As soon as you mentioned the moment when you said you were scared of spiders, I remember that time where when I was living in Victoria and we had a movie night in my parents' basement there, and the spider cage used to be up on the top of the television thing that I put together, and I just stood up and I looked at.
You had a tarantula.
That's right. I had a tarantula called Stumpy. And I just looked at the spider and I saw him there, but for some reason I just said, "Oh man, the spider got out again," and that entire room cleared of most of everyone except for Bill Nance, who sat there and was like, "Fucking asshole, that was funny." But Alan took furniture out of the room, like with him. He was like he took the chair he was sitting in. It was amazing. It was amazing.
And then I remember also watching the movie Arachnophobia at your parents' place there, Shane, and burying myself into the cushions of your couch. I didn't actually make it all the way through.
Yeah, well, we watched the film and it didn't. I don't think it actually at the time dawned on me that that this movie would have been a something that you wouldn't enjoy. I remember turning around and you were trying to like insert yourself into my parents' sofa. And actually, it was kind of amusing because I remember you were buried so deep down on the couch, and you had crossed your legs in front of your eyes, and I could only see your your face through your crossed legs. So I'm looking at you up your junk to your face.
Please make it stop. Please make it stop. Please make it stop.
But yeah, kind of amazing. And by the way, anyone wants to know what Stumpy's been up to for the last 15 years, breeding. Apparently, a lot of breeding has made money
Really?
for the Victoria Bug Zoo by selling his offspring, her offspring. So I always thought Stumpy was a dude, but nope, female. So there you go.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
How did they know? They lift up his skirt?
Well, Alan, life will find a way.
Life finds.
Oh, that's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
In all kinds of ways. But, you know, I gotta say, I have not had any problem with spiders in my entire life. I think, you know, the odd time I get startled by one, I suppose. But overall, I'm kind of a spider lover. Yeah. Dr. Love and spiders.
I always think you take the glass, take a sheet of paper, run it underneath, and then you can set them out into the, you know.
I would do that if the glass were 10 feet high. You know, I could do it from like 10 feet away.
Alan just goes straight to
Alan,
killing with fire.
However little you like spiders, surely you must like them better than you like mosquitoes. You know spiders eat mosquitoes.
Yeah, I do. But, you know, like, the last time I encountered a large spider, it growled at me. And it actually said, "Get out!" And I didn't like that too much. So I crushed it with my boot. Yeah, but this is what spiders do. They I actually had an argument with a spider one time.
Are you sure that's what spiders do? I'll be honest with you. I've never had a spider talk to me.
Let me tell you about my experience with a spider, okay? When I was a teenager, I had my bedroom in the basement, okay? And there was like spiders galore down there. So anyway, one night at like 1 in the morning or something like that, and I'm a teenager, my room is kind of a mess, all right? You know, like I had papers all over the place. Anyway, on top of my headboard, I had a bunch of papers. And I'm lying there awake, and then I hear this rustle of the paper on my headboard. And I'm like, well, something's up there making it rustle. So I quickly get up and turn on the light. There's this big-ass wolf spider up there. And as soon as I turn on the light and it sees me looking at it, it actually goes down behind my headboard. So at this point, it's on, right? I got to find this thing, and I got to get rid of it. Otherwise, I'm not going to get to sleep. So I actually start taking apart my room. I move my side table. I take apart my bed, pull out my headboard, only to find the spider's not there. Where is it? So then I kind of look behind me, and it's creeping up behind me on the floor.
Have you ever talked about whether or not you were ever in the mushrooms?
No. It was tiptoeing, and it had a machete. It had a machete, and it was going to kill me. Okay? So I turn around, and I see it there, and it stops dead in its tracks, right? And then it just moves off to the side and hides under my bed. It knows that I can see it, right? It's smart. It's using its noggin. Okay? So then I start looking under that part of the bed, okay, to see if I can see it there and get it, right? You know, a couple minutes later, I turn around. There it is, creeping up behind me again. This time it had a chainsaw. This thing was an axe murderer spider, and eventually I won. I killed it. It took 25 minutes to find it. And my room was an absolute mess. I mean, it was already a mess, but it was completely dismantled at this point. And but I won. I won. The 8-legged critter died. Chainsaw, machete, and all.
Oh my god, it kind of makes me want to go out and see if Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem are playing somewhere nearby, because that would make more sense than your story.
What?
Oh my
God, that's
God.
awesome.
If Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem toured, I would so go to that.
That is true. So
Well, you know what? Dr. Teeth should replace Brian Johnson in AC/DC.
it's true.
Yeah, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Yeah.
Right. So, I got nothing else, boys.
No, I think we're done.
I think that story just tops off my evening. Wow. I don't know.
Be happy.
Killer spiders with
Enjoy life.
chainsaws. You heard it here first. Sorry, Locke?
Be happy, enjoy life. I'm just quoting that skeleton.
Nice.
Well, don't get me started about bees.
On that note, thank you so much for getting your way through this episode. Love spiders. Don't hurt them. They're on every suburban acre. There are at least 50 to 60,000 spiders.
So it won't matter if you kill one or two.
Wah, wah. All right, boys. Thank you so much for guys coming out again. Where should people look for us online, Alan?
Well, they should go on Twitter, where we are at the Crafty Boys.
Right on.
Yeah. We're also on Facebook.
What?
We are.
Tell me
We've always been
where.
on Facebook. The Crafty Boys. Just
Right on.
do a search thing for it.
Where else? Where else?
Where I don't know where else. Oh, on YouTube, of course, our
That's
YouTube
the
channel.
one.
Yeah. Well, don't we also have like the blogger blog?
Yes, we do.
But we haven't really been maintaining it.
No, because that's your job.
It is.
I'm the guy that's doing my job. You must be the fucking guy not doing yours. No, I'm just kidding. So randomly making this shit up as I go. Okay. See you all next week. Peace out.
Yay!